Hey guys, and welcome to my Pokemon Black Nuzlock challenge. The rules of a Nuzlock are pretty simple, which you catch the first Pokemon each route, and you name it something ridiculous like Pancake. If the Pokemon faints, it is gone forever. There are no items in battle, and there's no leveling up over the gym leader's strongest Pokemon. If I white out, that's game over. Do I have what it takes to beat Pokemon Black? Let's find out! Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time and things have been derailing at least a little bit, but I wanted to, pop up, be like, hey, I'm alive and still doing my Nuzlocke. And you'll see clips in here of there, but I mostly wanted to really talk about what's going on, what are my plans, how things are going to look like for my channel. And kind of just really reflect because we're already into 2025 and haven't really posted anything since last year. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in as to what I plan on talking about. Okay, so here's how the format that I plan to be talking about for today. I want to start off with a recap of last year. How did last year look like as terms of my YouTube channel, and transition over to goals that I have set for the channel. I also wanted to talk about streaming goals that I have, as well as some personal goals that I have in my life that I want to accomplish this year. So starting off with last year. Last year, I posted my very first video, and looking back on it, I'm like, I guess it was like kind of like a New Year's resolution without realizing it was a New Year's resolution. I just wanted to post crappy Nuzlocks of me trying to be able to accomplish something, and I was just doing it for me. I wasn't really doing it for anything else. So think about it like that way. There's not a whole lot of thought and quality, and I'm just trying to accomplish something for myself. So those that have subscribed, which I have 13 subscribers, which is pretty cool, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching my thought process and trying out different ways of trying to edit and progress into something. And I think that's really cool that you guys do want to stick around, and I hope you guys continue to stick around, because I'm not really doing this for anyone else, just for me. And I hope you guys will enjoy the process of learning as I go along. I realized I stopped posting around when my life started becoming a little bit poopy. We'll just say the least. Cue the crickets. I unfortunately had to say goodbye to my dog Charlie. She was my best friend. She was with me for 9 years. And her health was declining when I started these videos, and I unfortunately had to say goodbye. And that's basically when I stopped posting. So, and I'm getting all teary-eyed and crying because I miss her every day. It's been 6 months. It's been hard. The first month was rough, and then my brother came to visit me where I live, and I just have been busy. We also got some cats, which is amazing. And they act like babies. But things that's why it's been such a long time, is that my personal life has been altered in a significant way. But I want to finish this Nuzlocke. I mean, I keep naming the Herdier after her, right? Like the Pokemon named after my dog. And so I just want to finish it. I want to beat the Elite Four with it on my team. I do not want it to die. I kind of owe it to her to keep it living and keep it going, because I started this journey with her around, and she was sitting at the foot of my floor watching me record and stuff. So, that's kind of what happened. But life is funny like that. It likes to bring you down, and but I want to keep going. So, anyways, that's basically what happened. Now that things are turning around for me personally, I want to keep going, like I mentioned. And first and foremost, part of my YouTube goal is to finish this Nuzlock. That is the biggest goal. that I have right now. And I mentioned, like, I want to keep the herdy around as a personal goal. I also want to be able to obtain 25 subscribers. It's basically double where we're at currently, and I don't think it's impossible, but but we are like halfway through the year essentially at this point by the time this is uploaded, edited, and blah blah blah. But I'm a bit behind, so if I don't accomplish it, it's okay, but I want to make realistic goals. I want to show that this is having growth. Like, I don't want to like keep posting and maybe not having growth, but I do want to keep posting, keep going things on. And I also want to focus on, you know, a couple of big videos. So like, I have 2 videos currently in mind other than these uploads of the progress of the game. I want to upload recaps and storytelling of the game. So I'm actively working on that. It's just I do work full time. I spend a good portion of my free time to do this, so it's just gonna take a while, and it might take me to the end of the year, and that's okay. I want to focus on the quality, the storytelling, the editing, and everything like that. So that is another goal for this channel that I have in mind, is being able to foretell my Nuzlock journey and what inspired me, what keeps me going, and everything like that. So that's something that I have focused for this year. Now I want to transition a little bit into some of my streaming goals. So obviously I do have a Twitch channel and I don't stream at all. I also plan on streaming on both platforms, Twitch and YouTube. But I gotta figure out how to set that up first before I start streaming, and then once I start streaming, I'm sure it'll be easy going and everything like that. But I'm also thinking about streaming like at least two days a week. And I'm still trying to write down that schedule of what that will look like. But one of the days is probably gonna be for sure like Tuesdays, because my boyfriend plays D&D with his friends, and it'll be a solo stream, and I will play whatever I want to play that night. And then probably Friday, where I have a stream with my friends, and we're playing maybe Marvel Rivals, or we're playing like, we just started a Civ 6 between my boyfriend and my brother this weekend, so like maybe that, who knows. There's a lot of different things to do out there, but I do want to start streaming, and I want to stream pretty much whatever I want to stream, really. There's just like a lot of, I don't know why, there's a lot of pressure and stress involving with streaming and trying to be interactive and engaging, but you know, like, it's just playing video games. So if you want to watch playing video games and just relax and, you know, have a cup of tea, that's what we're all here for at the end of the day. You know, but when thinking about these streaming goals, like, one of the biggest goals is honestly just being a Twitch affiliate. And I'm not currently Twitch affiliate on my channel, and I believe it's just getting like 50 followers and having like an average of 3 viewers. And I'm like, okay, that's easy enough, I hope. So anyways, I think being Twitch affiliate by the end of the year is a very realistic goal of mine as well. I don't know how streaming on YouTube works, to be completely honest, but if there's like a viewer count thing that I need to accomplish, I'll figure it out and try to do that as well. I think it's realistic. I believe anyone that's streaming can accomplish being affiliate. Being affiliate just makes you have the subscribe button on your channel, honestly. And then people could start their Amazon Prime subscriptions at you. So anyways, I just want to accomplish that and stream and have fun, which kind of like also ties into the next talking point, which is my personal goals. So my personal goals are very competitive Pokemon focus. So one of the competitive scenes that I'm trying to get into is PAX's Gym Leader Challenge. So those of you that have never gone to PAX has a sponsored Gym Leader challenge that they do pretty much every year, at least every year that I've gone. And I thought it'd be really cool to apply and become one of those gym leaders. I plan to continue going to PAX every single year, and I figured, hey, this will be fun, a way for me to be more involved into the competitive scene, a way to like break out of my shell, be very like proactive in the competitive world. So I submitted my application, and then we'll see if I get chosen and selected. I'm going regardless, right, this year, either as a competitor or as one of the gym leaders. So the way that they did their applications, though, was really interesting. You had to like come up with like a theme, basically really get into the whole role-playing part of the gym leader. So like, you know how Misty's like water type focus and everything, I made mine very like musical focus. So it's a very unique theme, I will say, and I'm very excited, and I hope I get chosen. So we're waiting to see how that goes. Another thing that I'm trying to like really get out of my shell, and part of my goals, is attending 2 local tournaments. So Pokemon has their Play Pokemon website that shows you all of the local sceneries, who's hosting these competitions, and from what I've seen, it's like $5 to $10 to compete, and then I think you get like Pokemon cards as a prize. I don't really know. But I want to like compete in some local tournaments. I want to actually try to win those too, to be honest. Really just trying to dive into competitive Pokemon, because doing these 2 things are going to give me like confidence and instill confidence into potentially attending a regional. Attending a regional is not in the goals of this year, but it might be part of my goals for next year. And I'm really just trying to build confidence. I'm trying to understand play styles. I'm trying to build competitive teams, and really just practice. And this is one way to instill those practices, is by attending these local events. So I'm really trying to dive into it. Another part of one of my personal goals is actually ranking up in Scarlet and Violet. Going up into the Master Ball rank, because Regulation I is out and it's a double restricted format, and I have no idea what that means as terms of like building my team, but the only way that I'm gonna know is actually doing Master Ball ranking and trying to rank up really high. It just gives me more confidence as a player. I have a Showdown account, and I do occasionally play on there as well. It's the easiest way to build your team and test them out anyways, but I want to like stream and show my journey as I become more diversified into that competitive scene. And I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm very not an outgoing person, but I try to be. And I think this also would help like break out of that shell of uncomfortable and unfamiliar territory by attending these scenes. So and I'll post along my journey. Like I'll post it in like Instagram, maybe TikTok if TikTok's still available. and really just keep on showing and keep on showing up and keep on showing growth. I don't think I'll win a regional, but I want to like attend a regional and say I competed. Like I think that's like a really cool concept. If I win a regional, that's something else, because who knows where that'll take me. But I wanna really dive into that competitive scene and just put my whole heart into it, and document along the way, show you guys how it's going. And I think that's really part of my personal goals and what I'm trying to accomplish. So anyways, the last thing I want to talk about is things that I have cooking other than all of my goals. So the last thing is that I've been talking to my friend about how I really want to do a Soul Link randomizer Nuzlock because I think they're a lot of fun. I think the rules make it so restrictive and difficult to plan and team around, and I mentioned it because he was like, oh, I watched Peach House, I just filmed a video, have you watched it? I was like, no, not yet. And you know, he's one of the greatest Nuzlockers, right? So we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I really want to do Soul Link, and he's like, oh, that would be so much fun. Complete left field for me, by the way. I was like, what the hell? So we're talking about doing a Soul Link, and this is a guy who does not play Pokemon, so I think it'd be fun to watch me rage quit on him because he doesn't play Pokemon. Anyways, we're still working out and ironing out some details, but yeah, keep tuning in, and I'll let you know when I start planning more further details on what that's gonna look like. We were just talking about it, and I asked him, hey, cool if I record? He's like, yeah, of course. So anyways, we're having that in the works as well. Details to be ironed out hopefully soon, but I hope you guys will keep on watching, keep subscribing, keep enjoying, and if you have any feedback, let me know. Like, I'm not opposed to feedback. But yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned and keep on keeping on. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Peace.